Here's a full breakdown of a lateral change of direction plyometric session that will support any athlete in being able to become more agile or change directions better. Let's get right into it. All right, guys, so here's with our pro football class. This is going to be specifically a plyometric session designed to be able to help these athletes cut and be more agile in the field. Now, a little bit of backstory. These are all pro athletes who spend a lot of time on the field as it is. In fact, a lot of these guys are coming off the field where they're performing already routes or running one-on-ones and already performing a lot of this agility work. So that now when they come to me, instead of me doubling down, what I'm trying to do is enhance their ability to cut. So I spend a lot of my time on being able to develop the qualities through plyometrics that are gonna support them in making that change of direction, that cut on the field, if you will. So first and foremost, we start off with our dynamic warm-up. We run the same exact one every single time. Then from there, since this is all based on lateral change of direction, I'm going to have them perform a prep series that's going to not only tackle more fundamental movements, but it's also going to act as our prep or our warm-up for the work ahead. So we're gonna go through our typical lateral pogo series. Let's go facing outside, let's go lateral pogos, down 10 yards, back 10 yards. Good, single leg. Let's go right foot, facing outside, all the way down, all the way back. Take your time here, take your time here. Then from there, we're gonna go through, move from the lower limb all the way up into the hips, where we're gonna focus on being able to get that hip abduction, hip adduction, and working through a little bit more powerful, working them through some ranges of motion so that, again, they're prepared for us to have better quality reps. First one we're gonna go through is gonna be lateral power shuffle. So let's get the hips warmed up. I want you to sink into it, push off, all the way down, reset down there, come back. Nice and easy crossover. So I'm crossing, pushing, cross, push, all the way down. Good, big range, toes stay forward, yes sir. Okay, good, last one you got karaoke for power. So I want you to think big steps, big bounds. Swivel the hips as much as you can, as long as you can every single step. Think of it as a bound, here we go. Immediately after that, we've intensified some of our lower limb. And for this particular series, now we're gonna start to move to redirecting force. So they're gonna do some really basic line hops. We started with just simple body weight. For this particular progression, I had them put their foot on an actual bench. And by doing that, it just intensifies the actual movement of jumping back and forth on a single leg over a line. All we're gonna do is do that same pogo series we were doing, but I'm just gonna have you put your foot on the bench. So just nice and easy, 10 seconds on the clock. Last one, we went 10 reps. I just want nice and easy rhythm going back and forth. Try to keep your feet planted, try not to press up on that. Then from that progression, I'm gonna go to something a little bit bigger. Like for instance, I've taken a cone where they have to take a little bit bigger jump as opposed to just getting over a piece of tape on the turf. Same thing, now once you get in a little air, get over the cone. Little air, get over the cone, it's just a bigger jump. Same thing we just did. And then from there, I can move to like a mini hurdle. And again, I'm consistently doing low level jumps, but I'm just increasing the complexity as I go throughout this phase. After that, we then get into a mini hurdle series. So this mini hurdle is just going to increase the height, right? So I still want them moving laterally. We'll start off with the most basic fundamental form, which is gonna be some bilateral jumps, basically off both feet where they're going back and forth. These are all timed reps. Then from there, I can intensify it and do a little bit more of a single leg, right? Where they're going back and forth with a single leg. Now we're gonna go lateral jump side by side, but you're gonna go bilateral. So both feet are touching, we're facing outside, right? Quick taps, both feet touch. 10 seconds on the clock. I rather control than add speed. So try to avoid touching the hurdle. Get over, you're gonna have to lift your knee a little bit, okay? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Stay low, keep hip level low, keep moving. Time, next group, and begin. Last two, first group up. Hey, take your time here. I'd rather slow and controlled. It's single leg. Slow and controlled, single leg. Control it the whole time for me. 10 seconds on the clock. From here, now that we've really warmed it up, we've prepped them, we've started getting to some of the work, we've gone through the lower limb, now we can get into the hip and get a little bit more intensified work. So we go through a full skater jump progression. Now I love these to be able to develop lateral force, and we start from the most basic, your regular, static, stable, landing in a static position, being able to stabilize, skater jump. Then we move to a more continuous. I got two groups. Here's what I got. We're gonna go through our skater jump progression. First one, you're not touching. I'm just going back and forth and sliding. So it's continuous jumps, right? Try to get to that cone. Boom, boom, control. Try not to pause. Try to get to the entire cone. Get your foot right in front of the cone. It's 10 total reps. So 5 each side, just count to 10. Every single touch is one. You got 10 of them. Here we go. Then from there, we can progress it to a contralateral reach. Hand touches the cone. Try to get really down, bend at the waist, get yourself to that cone. Continuous, right? Get your hand, try to touch that cone. And then from there, we can progress this to, redirecting force in other ways where maybe we add a vertical component or whatever other progression we can continue to intensify or make it more complex as we go. You're sliding across and then punching vertical, right? So I'm punching out, up, boom, up. Try to pivot, slide fast, and then punch vertical for me. 10 total, yes sir. Big punch up, big punch up. Good slide, put your foot in the dirt and push. Finally, after that, what I want to add is with the lateral component is a more horizontal component. So what we did was the same way, was we started with the more basic foundational and we just did basic lateral 45-degree jumps where the athlete is pushing forward horizontally, but also pushing out laterally. The first variation that we're gonna do is where the athlete is going to stick the landing and stabilize, right? Focus on being able to get a decent amount of power while pushing forward, getting up, but also moving laterally. I got one line right here on the cone. Now we're gonna add a little bit of forward movement to it. All right, so I'm gonna go 10 total jumps, nice and easy. As I push out laterally, I'm pushing up, right? So think about it, I'm jumping at a 45-degree angle. I'm right here, control, stick. I wanna see your shoulders over your toe. I land in this position. I don't wanna see you use too much of that knee and land upright. I want you bent over. Next jump, get out, control, stick. Show me control, get to the next one, 10 total jumps. I don't care how big the jump is, show me control. Bang. Bang. Yup. Bend a little bit more. There we go. Then from there, we can go inside leg, where the athlete is doing the same kind of lateral motion where they're pushing forward, but they are landing with the inside leg, which is something that they will see on the field and works a completely different from the foot, ankle stability, and even from the hips, it works completely different muscles within the body. I'm gonna come over, going the same direction, but now inside leg catches, and I wanna see stability here. So I'm here, boom, stick, control, stick, control, same thing. Stabilize, stabilize. There we go. And then from there, we progressed that to a more continuous jump where they then have to do that in a more continuous fashion. Last one, you got one each side. Single leg the whole way down. There's a line at the seam of this turf. I want you to go back and forth over that as you go forward. It's not big hops, it's subtle. It's almost like a pogo, but you're going back and forth. So I'm here, bang, 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 all the way down, nice and easy under control. You guys got a little more in you. There you have it, guys. You got to see how we break down. And as I always say, start from the prep, the warm up, right? Be able to get good quality repetitions. Then when we get into the base of our work, everything we do has a progression to it, all the way until we get to the most intensified. And then if these guys didn't have a lot of volume on the field, I usually finish off with tackling those modalities they were working. So for instance, they might do some curvy linear sprints or some real basic 45-degree and 90-degree cuts after this where they're actually sprinting. It could be predetermined, or it could be me calling out some kind of cue telling them where to cut or where to go, so they have that external stimulus they have to react to. So there you have it. That's exactly our approach when it comes to developing agility or lateral change of direction through a full plyometric series with our pro football guys. I hope this helps. If you're interested in more progressions and you're a coach and a parent wants to learn a little bit more about the how and why to programming and developing athletes, you could go ahead and check out a link down below to our certification where you can find out more information. Talk to you guys next time.